What a beautiful day for a ride. The temperature is perfect. It's in the high 70s, blue sky, and started at the Brennam Palisades, and we're heading up. And I take a human trail instead of the horse trail by accident, and as we got part way up, I decided I'm not turning around. The pea gravel stuff got really deep and treacherous, so I got off and led Sonata the rest of the way up. I'm riding her barefoot, and she does awesome in this stuff. Actually, barefoot is safer for doing this kind of stuff because they can grip with their feet. Okay, we made it to the top. I think that's Lookout Mountain in front of us. Now I'm panning towards the west, and so now we're going to be looking towards Prineville. Now we're on top of the Palisades, and I'm riding towards one of the edges here. And on YouTube, I was watching these video clips of mules in Arizona doing what they call extreme mule riding. So I decided to see how good Sonata would do on this. Now the reason it's being bumpy, really bumpy, is she's having to step down these small boulders to get to the point here. And I'm trying to decide whether to go further or maybe head to that big point. Trying to discern which is the safer path. And then I realize I'm getting a little queasy because actually I am afraid of heights. So when we rode by the crevices, I would get a little woozy. Now I was going to go this direction, but it was too hard with the cracks. So now I'm going to decide to turn and go towards this boulder because the footing is a little better and it's actually a little bit wider to get to that point. She is carefully picking her way, so you can see her stop and look, and then I'll encourage her a little bit to go. And we're trying to decide if we can actually get there or not. There's Zoe. She's checking out the crevice. So we're going to take a few more steps forward here. Here's some still shots of looking back the way we just came, and then Zoe looking over the edge down the ravine, and then here's me to document that I was there, and Zoe and Sonata having a conversation. Here's a pan shot. I'm standing on the boulder and I kind of have the camera at arm's length so you can see how far down we started at the bottom down there and came along the west side of the Palisades and panned back to Sonata. Now I'm going to get back on Sonata, and we're going to carefully turn around and see how well we can do going back up the boulders. So she's calmly and slowly picking her way to turn around at 180 degrees. There's a little moment where she's kind of trying to pick the best way. There we are. See, documented, I'm on the horse. She has to step up. So these are kind of like stair steps back to the top. So we ride a little ways. There she jumps up. We're coming to the next one. Sorry the camera is like this, but it's hard with the horse moving and doing little hops up these rocks. Okay, here comes another one. Step up. Atta girl. See something. Okay. Now we're back on the dirt, on top, on the ridge. The reason you hear the voices, I'm doing voiceovers because it's windy when I turn the camera a certain way, and I thought that would be a little annoying for you to listen to as we're riding down the trail. There I am waving. Hello everybody. We safely made it this far. So I'm very excited that we live to tell about this. Sonata was very good, and our angels worked overtime to keep us safe, but I'm very proud of my horse. I do like to ride by myself a lot because that way I can push things to the limit and not have to worry about other riders' safety. Not that I'm trying to be foolish, but sometimes the adventure is in exploring, and there's very few people who I would be confident with doing this kind of thing with, and plus having a good horse is a wonderful, wonderful thing when you're doing this kind of trail work. We're heading kind of down, and you're going to watch the camera kind of, we're foxtrotting, and I wanted to see what it would look like on camera, and it is actually a little shaky, so I probably won't do this again, but just so you'll see, if you watch her ears, you can tell when she's foxtrotting, and then as she canters, the ears kind of roll with the canter movement. So that was kind of interesting, but definitely need a steadier hand when I'm doing this. There we go, we're cantering through the trees. We're almost to the edge of the forest, so the shadows are going to get dark, so I probably won't videotape the rest of the way, but our destination is Giddy Up Go Trailhead. So we arrived and we're safe.